South Park started a legal battle between 5 major companies. It's time for the latest news. Out of animation. Warner Media Direct, HBO Max's parent company, is suing Paramount Global, South Park Digital Studios LLC, and MTV Entertainment Studios over South Park's streaming rights. HBO Max paid an insane $500 million to secure US rights to the show back in June 2020. This took it from Hulu, which Disney owns. They were promised all of South Park's old episodes and 3 new seasons for a total of 30 episodes. Those new episodes were the real prize. Old South Park is available all over, but being the place for new episodes is what's even more valuable to a streaming service. But the end result was nothing like what HBO Max had hoped for. The new seasons of South Park were all composed of a small number of longer specials. 2 specials for season 24, then 6 specials for season 25. Since HBO Max spreads out its releases to keep viewers interested, this wasn't very good. According to Warner's lawsuit, at first they were told these 2 pandemic specials were not part of season 24. By the end though, that had completely changed and they would become the entire 24th season. But somehow, after that, things got even worse for HBO Max. Paramount wanted to build up their own streaming service, Paramount Plus. Of course, they'd want new South Park episodes to premiere on their streaming service. But they had already agreed that HBO Max would get the next 3 seasons. So what did they do? Well, Paramount's parent company, Viacom CBS, made their own deal with South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone. South Park Digital was paid $900 million to produce super specials for Paramount Plus. These were the post-COVID specials in 2021 and the Streaming Wars specials in 2022. Technically, this doesn't go against the contract with HBO Max. They had only purchased the rights to the seasonal episodes, but Warner's contract had a clause that gave them a chance to get the streaming rights to any South Park content that wasn't part of the regular release schedule. But they still weren't given a chance to buy the specials. Paramount wanted them all for themselves. Now, Warner is tired of losing money on South Park. Since Warner isn't getting the 30-episode seasons they were promised, they're taking everyone involved to court. But did the South Park team do anything illegal here? Well, we may not have the original contract, but there's one key point that could decide everything, and that's the 30-episode promise. If that was part of the original deal, it'll be pretty easy to show that they broke it. Warner's math was clear. They paid a flat rate of $1,687,500 per episode. Less episodes than they were promised is a pretty clear breach of contract and will likely make the case go well for them. The fact that the most valuable part of the deal were the new episodes is just the cherry on top. Warner's lawsuit also links to a press release. It shows that South Park originally intended to make 30 new episodes for the coming seasons. But now, that press release has mysteriously vanished from the South Park website. Even the Wayback Machine can't get to it. Paramount may be trying to remove incriminating data from the internet to help their legal case. The streaming wars continue to rob fans of great content, like the Gorillaz movie that was canceled by Netflix.